What's good YouTube? Giants fan 696 back here with a video today, and today's video is going to be a breakdown of the Post Up Poet badge in NBA 2K25. So Post Up Poet raises the chances of faking out or getting by the defender and making shots when performing moves in the post. So we are going to test this by doing post spins, and the reason that is because we already did backing down and drop stepping with post powerhouse, and we did post fades for post fade phenom. So post spinning will be a good move to test Post Up Poet with, especially since it doesn't give you an exact move to test it with. But I did see just check myself, and when I was doing post spins, Post Up Poet was activating. So we're gonna test it with Post Up Poet. And in this case, I took Porzingis and edited him to have the badge on bronze, silver, gold, Hall of Fame, and legend based on the attribute thresholds you would need in the builder. So for bronze, he has 67 post control, silver 77, gold 87, Hoff 95, and legend 99. And the way we are going to test this is by post spinning Anthony Davis, who I decided to give gold post move lockdown, which would be 88 interior and 84 strength. And the reason I'm testing against gold post move lockdown is because I think that's around where most defensive type center builds will be at. And if you're going to be investing in something like Post Up Poet, you're going to want to be able to score on people who have high post lockdown, which would be the counter to something like Post Up Poet, right? So yeah, we're just going to do spins. We're going to rotate between the inside spin and the outside spin and see if we could get by him and if we're able to score off it. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, guys, so just a couple other things to keep in mind here. As usual, this test is done on Hall of Fame difficulty, high risk, high reward shooting, and all of Porzingis's and AD's badges have been removed other than Post Up Poet and Post Lockdown. Again, so we'll purely see the effect of those two badges on each other. And as usual, guys, we're going to kick it off here with Porzingis at 66 post control with no Post Up Poet, just to kind of give us that baseline without the badge. So let's see what that looks like. All right, guys, so we're just going to give it to him and we're just going to do a spin. So first one, we'll do our inside spin and we're just going to try to go up off it. So as you can see there, that's going to be 0 for 1, obviously. Again, keep in mind AD does have that gold post lockdown and we don't have any badge at all. All right, guys, so let's do our second one here. We'll now do the back shoulder spin. And just completely stonewalled. So again, just gonna put it up, just see if we get lucky, but that's gonna be 0 for 2. Yeah, I mean, I just got completely stonewalled, so couldn't get by him at all. And we are gonna be looking to see if I make the shot at all, since the badge did say it does increase the make. So that's going to be 0 for 2 though. Now we're going to go back to our inside spin and try to go up. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be 0 for 3, guys. Again, we're not creating any separation. I don't imagine any of that going in, especially on Hall of Fame difficulty. All right, 0 for 3. Let's see our back shoulder spin now here. And that's going to be 0 for 4 there, guys. Again, I mean, we didn't get completely stonewalled like the first time we did the back shoulder spin, but he still got a red contest and made me miss. So that's 0 for 4. And let's do one more inside. And just no separation there. That's going to be 0 for 5. So that already tells you guys you're going to need Post Up Poet on something against that goal post lockdown. So let's go ahead on to bronze now, where Porzingis will have 67 post control with that bronze Post Poet. All right, guys, so now we're at that bronze Post Up Poet, 0 for 5 without having the badge at all against gold post lockdown. Let's see if we're able to get something going here with bronze with these spins. So let's find out. All right, same thing, guys. We're going to kick it off with our inside spin and just try to go up. And that's going to be 0 for 1. Again, not getting any type of separation there. And he got a heavy. So that's going to be 0 for 1. We'll now rotate into our back shoulder spin. And just completely walled up where we can't even get to the hoop. So that's going to be easily an 0 for 2. That didn't look good. That looked like the same animation we got the first time we did the back shoulder spin without having the badge. So far bronze isn't looking too good. Let's try our next inside spin. Again, and he gets a very tight that time, so that's going to be 0 for 3. I mean, we're like moving him towards the basket, but we're not getting any separation there, so that's going to be 0 for 3. And now we'll do the back shoulder again. and just completely walled up. We'll even mix it in again. Yeah, I mean, just look how walled up I am there. So that is going to be 0 for 4. All right, guys, now our last inside spin here. And just completely stonewalled again. That's going to be 0 for 5. So bronze looked absolutely terrible. So let's go on to silver. Post up poet now, where I will have 77 post control with the badge on silver. All right, guys, so we're combined 0 for 10 right now. Unable to get open at all with the spins with bronze post up poet and no post up poet. Again, going up against that gold post lockdown. So now we're at silver. Let's see if maybe silver could get something going, or if we're gonna get kind of more the same as we've been seeing. All right, guys, first try here. Again, I'm gonna kick it off with the inside spin. Just try to go up. That's going to be absolutely 0 for 1, as I tried to spin him and he blocked me and got it very tight. So that's 0 for 1 if I've ever seen it. So let's try our back shoulder spin now. And that's going to be 0 for 2. Again, I mean, the animation looked a little bit better, but he still got a light pressure on me. It's going to be 0 for 2 again. At least we didn't get stonewalled like we were previously. But again, he still got a contest, so that's 0 for 2. All right, guys, third try here. Let's do our inside spin again. And again, absolutely sent. Yeah, that's going to be 0 for 3. Reason we keep doing it over here is just to keep things consistent from where we're catching the ball. So let's try our next back shoulder spin. And again, just absolutely stonewalled. So it's going to be 0 for 4. And I don't know, it's either gold post lockdown is very good, or the post up poet badge is just bad. So right now we're 0 for 4. Let's see our last inside spin if we can get anything going. Yeah, and that's going to be 0 for 5. He gets another heavy. So we are now combined 0 for 15, and I'm definitely not high on this post-up poet badge right now. But let's go ahead on to gold now, where I'll have 87 post control and gold post-up poet. Now it'll be gold versus gold, so let's see if we have some success there. All right, guys, so silver, bronze, and no post-up poet. 0 for 5 and all 3. So now we're gold versus gold. See if we can get something going here, but this gold post lockdown is looking very good. And again, guys, just to reiterate, we're doing this test versus gold post lockdown because if you're going to invest in this badge, you want to be able to score on people who have good defensive badges, right? So yeah, we have to figure out where we could at least score in gold post lockdown. So if you run into defensive centers out there, then you have a move to go to, right? So again, let's see what it looks like. All right, guys, first one here, gold versus gold. Let's see what our first inside spin looks like. And that's going to be 0 for 1. Again, still not creating any separation with the inside spin. Yeah, AD's all over me. So that's going to be 0 for 1. Let's see what our back shoulder spin looks like. That's going to be 0 for 2. Again, he gets a lightly on us. The animation looked better. That animation looked very similar to what we got with silver on the back shoulder. But he's still getting a contest, causing us to miss. So that's going to be 0 for 2. All right, guys, see our next inside here. And again, literally no separation whatsoever. He gets a red very tight, sorry. So that's going to be 0 for 3. So I don't know. This goalpost move lockdown might just be too good, but we'll see. All right, fourth try here, guys. Let's do our back shoulder spin again. And again, he gets a red there, so that is going to be 0 for 4. All right, see our last inside spin attempt now. And again, just absolutely killed, finishing 0 for 5. And we might be setting a record for 0 for 5s this test. Again, without the badge, bronze, silver, and gold now have all went 0 for 5 versus that gold post lockdown. So let's see if Hall of Fame can maybe save us, where we'll now have 95 post control with post up poet on Hall of Fame. So let's find out. All right, guys. So we are 0 for 5 at every single tier versus gold post lockdown. Let's see if Hall of Fame can maybe save us. All right, guys, first one here. Let's kick it off with our inside spin. And I mean, that's going to be 1 for 1. Again, the badge did say it affects makes. Just to double check here while we're in the game, let's go to Porzingis. Again, it says raise chance fake out or getting by a defender and making shots when performing moves in the post. So I'm going to call that 1-for-1. Again, didn't look like we got too much separation. It was still a lightly, but maybe it boosted our green window because we were able to make it where we haven't. Green to lightly's on the other tier. So we're going to call that 1-for-1. Let's see our back shoulder. You missed that, so that's going to be 1-for-2 now. Again, still a lightly, but I missed. So we're going to go off makes just because the badge says it's based off that. So that's going to be 1-for-2. That's going to be 1-for-3 because he got a red that time. I mean, probably not going to green that. All right, let's see our next back shoulder here. And we are able to green a red there, so that's going to be 2-for-4. So, I mean, I can definitely feel the difference in Hall of Fame with just greening tougher shots. Again, we greened a lightly and a red now. And again, keep in mind, guys, this is Hall of Fame, so that's going to be 2-for-4. All right, guys, 2-for-4. Let's see what our last inside spin attempt here looks like. Yeah, and he was all over me that time. So that's going to be 2-for-5. Again, I mean, still not very good, but way better than everything else we've done to this point. But let's go ahead to Legend Post-Up Poet now, where I have 99 post control, and see if we could finally do better against this gold post lockdown. Again, Hall of Fame went 2-for-5, which, I mean, isn't good, but isn't terrible like the rest were. But let's see what Legend looks like. All right, guys, so Hall of Fame Post-Up Poet went 2-for-5 versus that gold post lockdown. So now we're at Legend. See if maybe we could finish better than 2-for-5 versus it, or if gold post lockdown is just too good still. So let's find out. All right, guys. So as usual, we're gonna kick it off here with an inside post spin, and we are able to green a very tight. So that right there, guys, is gonna be 1-for-1. Again, the badge does say it boosts your make chances off post moves, which, again, on Hall of Fame, I just green a very tight. So that's going to be 1-for-1. Let's do our back shoulder spin now. Oh, my God. And Porzingis just absolutely killed AD with the back shoulder spin there. So that's going to be 2-for-2. All right, guys. Third inside post spin attempt here. And look at the animation. Porzingis just got an AD there. That's 3-for-3. And Legend is by far looking better than everything else we've tested so far. So, yeah, that's 3-for-3. All right, still 3-for-3. Let's see our back shoulder here. And again, we green another red, so that's going to be 4-for-4, guys. And now it's looking OP on Legend, right? I mean, we're greening red contests on Hall of Fame difficulty. So that's 4-for-4. All right, 4-for-4 here, guys. Let's see our last inside spin. And we green another red and get an and 1, guys. So that's going to be 5-for-5, which is a pretty crazy turn of events based on the rest of this test. But since Legend Post-Up Poet just went 5-4-5 against that gold post lockdown, I am actually going to bump AD up now to Hall of Fame post lockdown, where he'll have 93 interior and 92 strength. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like. All right, guys, so again, Legend just went 5-4-5 against that gold post lockdown. So we're now doing Legend Post-Up Poet versus Hall of Fame post lockdown, and see if we get similar results or different results, just to see kind of where we're at. All right, guys, same deal. Gonna kick it off with an inside post spin. Okay, that's going to be 0-for-1. Yeah, I mean, we were able to green our reds last time. I guess that one, the green window might not be as big there because he has Hall of Fame post lockdown. So that's going to be 0-for-1. Let's do our back shoulder now. Okay, we do green a lightly that time, so that's going to be 1-for-2. All right, guys, third try here. Back to our inside spin. Okay, we got absolutely punched there. So we are now 1-for-3. All right, let's do our back shoulder spin again now. And again, absolutely clamped. So that's going to be 1-for-4. All right, guys, so let's see our last inside post spin here now. I got absolutely walled up. So that's going to be 1-for-5. So clearly a big difference there. So just to recap our test, guys, we started off with AD on that gold post lockdown, which means he had 88 interior and 84 strength again. just an average of where I think your more defensive type center builds will be around that gold post lockdown. So if you were to invest in Post Up Poet, I would think you want to at least be able to beat that, right? So with no Post Up Poet, bronze, silver, and gold all went 0 for 5 against gold post lockdown. Hall of Fame Post Up Poet went 2 for 5 versus gold post lockdown. But then Legend Post Up Poet went 5 for 5 versus gold post lockdown. So then I kicked AD up the Hall of Fame post lockdown, which I think will be a lot more rare you see in Park, Rec Pro, and whatever it is you play, because you need 93 interior and 92 strength, which is just really high. But Legend Post Up Poet only went 1 for 5 versus Hall of Fame post lockdown. So my analysis of this is, so like I said, I think most defensive type centers that you might be facing would be at least gold post lockdown. Again, defensive type center builds. Anyone who's going to be protecting the paint, and if you're going to be investing in something offensive like Post Up Poet, I think you want to at least be able to be better than gold post lockdown. Now, if you agree with me, I think the easy answer is you'd have to go Legend. Unfortunately, I know it would be a big sacrifice. You would need 99 post control. That is the only stat, at least, because it's only affected by post control Post Up Poet, but 99 still is high. But you will absolutely kill gold post lockdown. Now the problem is, if they have Hall of Fame or Legend post lockdown, then you're just like, it's over for you. Like it's gonna stop you. So that's the only thing. If you think they're gonna be at gold or lower, you could go Legend and absolutely cook them. But if they have Hoff or Legend post lockdown, then you're gonna have some problems. So yeah, I mean, that's really my opinion. I mean, if you go no Post Up Poet, bronze, silver, or gold, we couldn't score on gold post lockdown at all. So I would definitely not do those. And Hall of Fame went 2 for 5, which isn't good. And it's only 4 less points less. It's a 95 versus 99 post control. So at that point, I would just say go Legend. But ultimately, I would say go Legend if you want the badge, or I would just say avoid the badge in total. Because again, if someone has those higher tiers of post lockdown, Hall of Fame, or Legend, you're just not going to be able to score with the badge. So that's my take on things. Go Legend or don't go Post Up Poet at all. So appreciate you guys tuning into this video. Let me know down below which badge I should break down next. Check me out on Twitch. I've been streaming a lot of my team and Proving Grounds content on there. And I'm out.